Hello and welcome back to Gaming Refresh, and today we're going to be starting our playthrough of Rimworld on the PC. So this game I believe is fully out now as opposed to in early access, and we're going to start a brand new colony, I think, and show you how the game plays. So I'm just going to go through the defaults here. I'm just going to do the basic regular scenario in the game. I'm not going to do too much out of the ordinary, and I'm going to stick to Cassandra Classic as well. I want to put it on Community Builder, so there's various different difficulty settings here. You can have it completely peaceful, or you can have it a little bit more dramatic, what have you, but I'm relatively new to the game, so I'm going to keep it on Community Builder for now. I am going to have it on, is this one you can only save when creating the game? Yeah. So I'm going to have it on that, which I believe is sort of like a hardcore mode, if you will. So you can't go back and rewind things. So it's a one save only. All the choices you make are permanent, so you're going to get permadeath on characters and that sort of thing. Random seed, just again, I want to leave all of the defaults as they are. So this game's a survival game. You start off with 3 survivors crash landing on a planet. You do get to pick where we start, so we can scroll around here and look for somewhere relatively fertile with some good friendlies around. So they're hostile, they're neutral, so we kind of want to be close enough to some yellow areas, I think. Neutral, hostile, neutral. This might be a reasonably decent area. You can't start directly beside them, so you need to be a few spaces away at least. Movement difficulty 1, that's quite decent. Temperature ranges between 1 centigrade and 31 centigrade. Temperate forest area. Slate and marble stone types. Yeah, that looks okay. So we'll try that. Okay, I need to be one more space out, I think. Yep, there we go. So like I say, you have 3 characters that you can start with, and they each have their various skills. So you've got the basic skills of shooting, melee, construction, mining, cooking, planting, medical, and intellectual. It's good to try and have a decent spread of those skills. You can see on an individual level here what they have. So Renee here's got a reasonably good social, so that's going to be good if you come in contact with the tribes and what have you. Get you decent prices when you're trading. He's quite a beefy melee character, and this guy's quite good at shooting. None of them are any good at cooking though, so we've got 4 cooking there. I'm by no means an expert at this game at all. I've played it a couple of times, not very far through. So I like to try and start off with a decent skill in cooking if I can. It's also good to make sure there's no ongoing health problems. So this girl can be quite good because she's decent with animals, she's relatively okay at plants, and her cooking skills quite good. So I think I'll put her at the top. She's going to be our first pick. So now I want somebody who's going to be good at defending. So he's alright at shooting, but he's got a little bit of health problems there with his scar and frail torso and what have you, so I want to try and avoid people like that if I can. He's got a scratch on his head which is aching. No, she's no good. Or any of these others. Right, looks like Redfields with the scar on his head is going to be our best bet. So he's going to be good at shooting, and he's going to be good from a medical perspective, so he's going to help us heal characters. So the other thing that I want to focus on is crafting. So the third person that I want to take in, I want to be having a reasonably good crafting skill. So we're looking at crafting here. And it looks like Rennie is the only one, and she's 78, or he's 78, I don't know. Yeah, male. But they're not going to last very long, I don't think, so that might not be a good one to take in. None of them are... She's got 2 crafting, so I'm guessing Verity may be the one to take them. Best of a bad bunch, I guess. But she's got a 4 in intellectual, so she'll help out along with Lynx in getting decent prices. Okay. Right, let's start the game there then. So this is going to generate a map for us. It's going to give us some starting resources, and we're going to have to basically fend for ourselves. This is part 1 in a segment that I'm going to do. I don't know how long I'm going to go on with this for, but we'll see how we get on. So 3 of you awake from cryo sleep. Sound of sirens ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later you land on its unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Usual WASD. Straight away we've got Ancient Danger. As Lynx draws near the ancient wall, a sense of foreboding overcomes her. She isn't sure why, but she feels this dusty structure may contain great danger. So we can jump to the location of any of these things. So basically this area here, it's kind of like an ancient chamber. So we kind of want to stay clear of that because that's going to have high level stuff in it. So we can see here the game's paused. You've got your various speeds at the bottom. And we've got all of these items here that have dropped down with us. I'm just going to highlight all of those, and nope, no. I'm going to unpause the game first. So the problem with this game is when stuff appears, you have to actually tell people they're allowed to pick it up. So I now have to go through all of these things and say, right, yeah, you're allowed to pick these up. So bit faffy, but right, so we can see at the bottom here that at the moment everyone's just going to do what they do. Nothing's a priority. They're just either allowed to do it or they're not. I prefer to do prioritizing things. So let's see. So this is our cook. Okay. We're going to need food, so I'm going to set cooking skills to the priority 1, and our doctor, we're going to set their priority to 1. So first and foremost, if anyone's ill, this person's going to do medical skills straight away. They're not going to dilly-dally crafting, they're going to get straight on there. Likewise with the cooking, they're going to get straight on and cook. I'm going to bring crafting down to a 2 because it's relatively important to start, and everyone can, well, 2 of them can haul. Where's hauling? There it is. So they can all haul stuff around, so that's fine. So I'm going to set up a little small house area. So we're going to give them some orders, and we're going to build a wall, little structure. We've got some wood, not a lot of wood at the moment. We need to make sure they can pick that up. Put that there. They're going to build a wooden wall, and this is going to be our base of operations for that. So I'm going to make it a 10 by 10 wall, which will be an 8 by 8 room. And I'm going to leave an area for the door. Okay. They're going to get busy now, picking up the words, going over there and building this structure. What I may well do is build a couple of bedrooms as well. I'm going to need to clear away some of these trees, so go to the orders, chop wood, and just get them to clear out that. I think there's a couple of things there as well that will need cutting that won't harvest. So they're going to carry on crafting away at that. So Lynx, if we click on Lynx, we can see that her skills are good with plants, which is why she's the one chopping down and stuff and harvesting the plants. We could go to Lynx and say, right, make planting and whatnot one of your priorities. So we can say, right, if there's no cooking to be done, then do some plant cutting. If there's no plant cutting to be done, then do whatever you want. We'll leave her to do that. Redfield, he's good at shooting, so we can make him a hunter. So we'll make that number 2 his second priority. So if we send him out to hunt anything, any animals that are around the place, he's going to be the guy that goes and does that. Verity is relatively okay at shooting, so we're going to tell Verity to pick up this handgun. He's going to equip the handgun, and we're going to tell Redfield to equip the rifle. And we'll let Lynx have the knife. Just so they've got something to defend themselves with. So they're just carrying on with their busy work there. We can speed up the game a bit, let this bit go a bit quicker. They're going to need somewhere to sleep, so I'm going to build 3 bedrooms, equip them with 3 beds. We can do that over here in the furniture. I like to build a 3x3 room, beds in, and then get going with that. So that's 2 bedrooms built. We'll do the same on the other side. Doors in as well. So you can see there we rotated those beds around. You can rotate furniture to make it fit in whichever way you want. And we're going to need a little bit of light in here as well, because no one likes staying in a dark room, so we'll put some torches in there. You can see when a room is complete there, it starts to get a roof over it, and that'll mean it's properly sheltered from the elements and it's livable. Okay, so we can see only one bed got completed, so the other two are sleeping out in the roof. We'll just fast forward to morning. So you can see there, we've got food, medical stuff. So they'll pick the food up and just feed themselves as they go. So we're going to need a bit of a storage area for these things now, otherwise stuff's just going to rot. So the way we're going to do the storage area, go back and we can set up a zone. So we can do a stockpile zone, and we can say, right, we'll just stockpile everything here for now. So we'll just make an 8x8 stockpile. And what they should do is pick up everything that is there and shift it over into this stockpile. Now another thing we're going to need, obviously food's going to be running out at some point, so we're going to need to start getting some machines up and running, get an engine going where we can get food prepared and what have you. So go to the production and we can see a butcher's table there, and we can see a stove. Now we can do electric stoves, and we would do that by getting some power up and running, so we can build generators, wood-fired generator. Later on you can get wind turbines as well, but so I think we're going to need to build a wood generator, and we'll put that and we'll put it over here just so it's out of the way, and we'll do a power conduit from there into the house, and we'll run it through this wall here. So again, no one likes to see power conduits running through things. It becomes unsightly and the players lose morale. So that should be all of the stuff that came in the dropship more or less covered now. Yeah, everything's there. We seem to have a dog with us as well, which doesn't always happen. There's a fox there. I don't know if they attack dogs or not, but we may as well set our hunter off to get rid of that fox. We don't want to tempt fate and have him attack our dog. So we've got some compacted machinery here. So compacted machinery is one of the things that we will use. It's a common resource that is used throughout the game. So we can see here we've got silver, medicine, steel, wood, and packaged survival meals. And compact machinery is something else that will be a common resource. So he's tackling that fox. Yeah, he's stuff from there. So the good thing about this is you do actually get a breakdown of what's happening. So you can see there that the fox's body has got a gunshot from a bolt action rifle. It's in medium pain. So eventually he will be gunned down and possibly become food that we can use later on. So we're just waiting for the generator to be built. While that's going, we will build the butcher's table, and we will build the electric stove. You can see there it joins up to the electrics, and we will put a chair in front of each of those because people work better when there's a chair. I think what I'll also do while we're here is put a table in here so they can eat at the table. Bit of a big table, I know, but we're hoping to get a few more people in here. So because we've got electrics, we can put a lamp in the room now. So we don't need to use torches. And I could have put lamps in the bedrooms as well, but I'll leave them as is for now. But again, they're only going to work once this generator is up and running. So you see there, it needs components and it needs steel. So we're going to mine these components. So so we need to find out who is good at mining. Anybody? 4, 2, 4. Right, so Verity is our miner. Verity. Set her to 1 on that. So she will do that as a priority. And she'll mine those components for us. We'll just speed it up a bit. So food needs to be stored in a cool area. So in preparation for that, I'm going to cut down some more trees. So we'll need some more wood. And I'm going to build a refrigerated area. So we'll make it a little bit smaller. So we'll make it 5 by 5. Tell you what, we'll do the zone first. Stockpile 5 by 5, and we're going to change what we can store in here. I'm just going to go back to normal speed because I don't want anything happening while we're away. So I'm going to clear all. I'm going to say I want food stored in here. Okay. And I'm also going to say in this one, I don't want food in there because that's out in the open. I don't really want anything food related storing out in the open. I want it stored in this room that I'm about to build. So we're going to put a door between where we're cooking and where we're going to store the food. And there we go. So the other thing we're going to need is an AC unit to keep this area's temperature down. So if we go into temperature control, we can build an AC unit. So construction needed 5. None of your colonists have all skills required. So I believe the highest construction we've got 3, 1, 0. Right, so it's going to be a while before we can build that. So we're going to have to build something else. So we could do the passive cooling instead. So it's not as good, not going to be as effective as an AC unit, but it's going to keep the temperature down in there a little bit so that the food will stay fresh. We'll just speed up a bit. We've got the components now. Someone should be going there to build that anytime now. And that door's been built, which has brought the materials to build that table and the chair and what have you. Who does this dog belong to? Do we get to find that out or not? I'm not sure. Lynx. Okay, so find Lynx's room. There. We could actually put the dog bed. The animal bed. You have no usable materials from which to build this. Okay, let's just put an animal box then. There we go. Okay, just speed up again. So that cooler is built now. Wait till the room's finished and then we'll sort that out. So we have things on here called toggle automatic fuel. So torches, anything that's fueled by wood will have that toggle on. And what that means is somebody will, as and when it's needed, they'll just go to the supply here. If there's any wood there, they'll take that wood and they'll resupply the torch so it stays lit, or they'll resupply the electric area, or they'll resupply this passive cooler. Okay, so we've got some visitors coming now. So a group from Ceron are visiting the colony. They seem to have a few items to trade. Okay, so they're coming into our village. We zoom out, we can see they're about a minute or so out. So yeah, that's the thing we can see here. The map's relatively big, but this is just our own little area at the moment. When you cover the world, this is literally just this hex. There is loads and loads, and you do get to travel to the other colonies that are around there, just not at this moment. So this thing here, these are ship chunks, so part of your ship that you came in on, crash landed on or whatever, they do break up and they land on the map in various areas. You can send people out to harvest those areas and there'll be some resources in there, so there might be some components, machinery stuff in there, so I'm going to get people to deconstruct that and salvage whatever is there. Okay, so we need to find out who our intellectual person is. It's going to be Verity because she does have the 2 stars, so I'm going to tell Verity. They'll never do social. Ah, sorry, it's social we're looking at. Okay, so yeah, so we're looking at Redfield. So Redfield, we're going to tell Redfield to trade with Stephen because she's got the highest social skills. So this bit's a little bit confusing. So we can see our stock of items here. So we've got 800 silver, we've got 30 packaged meals, so on and so forth. And this is what they've got for sale. So they've got 250 silver, so we could sell things to them if we wanted to. And this is what we can buy. So we can buy a wooden war mask, which looks like it adds 10% to pain shock threshold. We can sell them some pants, which I think we will, because they would have worn them if they wanted, because I believe they do self-equip gear. So we'll sell them those pants. We could buy 2 medicines and we could buy 1 component off them. I think we'll buy the medicines and we'll leave it at that. So what I might do is add medicine to the storage in here as well, because I think medicine goes off as well. I'm not sure where it is though. Yeah, there we go. So we'll put medicines in there. And we'll put drugs in there as well for when they come online later on. So we'll change this one. We'll get medicine and drugs out of there. So make sure we're storing medicine and drugs in a cool enclosed area so they don't go bad. Let's speed up again. We're saying we need defenses, we need recreation, and we need some meal source. So you can go into each character and see what their needs are. So he's a bit depressed because he ate without a table. He doesn't like his bedroom, and it's an unsightly environment. That's because we've not finished building anything yet. Redfield, pretty much the same thing. Doesn't like his bedroom. He's in minor pain. I guess, was he the one with the head wound? Yeah, he had the head wound, so we'll set him to self-tend for now, I think. So he'll go and get some medicines for his head wound, hopefully. And finally, Lynx. Ate without a table, doesn't like a bedroom. Insulted. Okay. Don't know what that one is. And unsightly environment. So they're all pretty much got the same quirks about them, the same things they don't like. So we'll fast forward to the next day. Hopefully they'll get that refrigerated area done. So we can see in the bottom corner here, wherever you hover the mouse, it tells you what the temperature is in that area. We can see here, because we've got a fire torch in there indoors, it's a little bit warmer than in other areas. This is indoors, so it's a little bit warmer than outdoors, but there's no heat source, so it's still not that warm in there. Once we get this area enclosed, because we've got this passive cooler, the temperature in that room will go down, so that'll keep the food and medicines nice and fresh. That's the plan anyway. Okay, so this area is waiting for some wood. Let's see, I don't think we've actually got any wood at the moment, so we need to set somebody away chopping down some more trees. So we need wood. Okay. That should get us a little bit of wood coming in, so we can finish these buildings and start stocking. There we go. So that's now up and running, and you can see this is now lit up. Outdoors is 24 degrees, indoors 21, 23, 25. Because it's still classed as outdoors because these walls aren't there. So we're building up the wood stockpile there, 55 wood. Okay, so there's a mad gazelle somewhere. Look, a gazelle has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. Okay, so we're gonna hunt this thing. There we go. So hopefully, our hunter, there he is, Redfields. He's going to attack that now. Now, what we can do in this situation, we can actually draft these guys and tell them to attack this gazelle. And the reason we're doing that is because we want that thing gone. Redfield might struggle if he has to do it by himself, so we'll tell everybody to help get rid of that gazelle. Let's get them indoors and attack that thing. Okay, there we go. So we'll undraft them now, so they'll carry on doing what they were doing. Yeah, so he's got a gazelle bite in his left leg. He's bruised, so he's in a bad way. So let's find out who our doctor was. What we might do is we might change this bed to a medical bed. So he's self-tending. He's gone to the medicine and he's self-tending. I believe Lynx also took a bit of a battering, so... Yep, she's got a bruised leg and a cracked femur. We'll let her self-tend as well. Oh, no, she's not going to self-tend because she's not a doctor. Okay, so who's the doctor? So you can see there, she's gone into the medical area, she's put herself in there. So whoever we assigned to do the doctor stuff will go in and sort her out. So that's going to be Redfield. So let's just have a look at Verity, see if Verity has any skills like that. The medical's 20, so with a push we could, but there we go, Redfield's off there now. He's off to go and tend to Lynx in the medical area. So because I've designated that bed, the medical zone, Lynx sent herself there. And because Redfield is assigned the doctor skill down here, it's priority 1. The first thing he's going to do above anything else is tend to anyone who's in that room. They should be both alright now. And the gazelle they've put in that area because that's where we told them to store food. So we've got 172 wood, so this room should be completed soon. There we go, you can see Verity finishing it off there. Right, so that room is now done. And we can see that this passive cooler should bring the temperature of that room down a bit, hopefully. Although the room's still unroofed, so I'm guessing it's not fully finished. So Lynx is fully healed now. He's back to normal. And she's working a little bit through the night because she's obviously had some rest during the day. And she's tidying up the blood that's around the place and stocking the generator. So in order to make food then, so we've got this animal carcass in here. What you do, you create a bill. And this is telling somebody to do something. So we can butcher a creature. We can do several ways. You can say do this X number of times, or do it until you have X number of things, or just do it forever. What I'm going to do for now, I'm just going to say do it until you have 20 pieces of meat. So you can see straight away she's off there and carving that gazelle. And what we can also do is go to the stove and say cook a simple meal, and cook a simple meal until we have, oh, I don't know, let's say 20. So we're always going to have some food in reserve. So you can see that we actually had some leather there as well when we carved up that gazelle, so that generated 51 raw meat and 22 leather. So we're going to speed up again, get through to the next day. So we're doing all right. Got a bit of food. Temperature doesn't seem to be going down in here. Don't know why. Still says it's unroofed. Is that room not finished? Ah, there we go. The room wasn't finished. Okay, so there's a fire starting. Verity is on a fire starting spree. She will wander around for a while, randomly starting fires. This happened because of the trait Pyromaniac. Okay, so that's interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. So there is her. She's incapable of firefighting. She is a pyromaniac, and she's a psychopath. Okay, so probably not the best person to have done that. We need to get people firefighting ASAP, so he needs to be on 1 really. Nope, he's gonna eat first. Okay, he really needs to get that fire put out ASAP. Lynx is gonna cook. Okay, Verity's still doing fires here and there. Okay, this is bad. This fire is tearing through our supplies. Yeah, only having one firefighter. Not great. This turned bad really quick. This could be a short. Tell you what, we'll take everything out of there now. I think for the time being, if that's on fire, might be an idea to just get everything out of there. Redfields is having a bit of a problem keeping up with things. Yeah, thanks for that, Verity. Cheers, mate. Wow. I really don't know how we're going to recover from this. I'm going to speed up. Okay, yeah. Oh, at least it's raining now, so that might help put the fire out. Wow, I've never seen that happen before. That is a new one on me, folks. And we still haven't really got it under control. That's just telling us to name our settlement. Yeah, that's right, Lynx, you get yourself to bed. Not like you're helping put the fire out or anything. So I think we lost pretty much all of our food there. And nearly all of the bedrooms. Fire's almost under control now. So I think we'll put that storage back. We'll put the food back in there, and we'll put the medicine and drugs back in there. So this is going to be a problem. We're going to need to hope we get a trader coming in at some point. Because we're obviously going to have to buy some medical supplies because we don't actually have any. And I think it's something you can harvest. There you go, wild heal root. So we'll harvest that wild heal root. Looks like Redfield's tending to his wounds. He's in a bit of a bad way. Let's build a couple more beds again. I'm going to take that one, put it in there. Yeah, Verity, you should be helping fix things. You've burnt the stuff down. Okay, so this sometimes happens. Animals will self-tame themselves and become part of your settlement. So this buck, this deer is now part of our settlement, and they'll come down and wander down here. So at some point we'll need to give them somewhere to sleep. So colonist needs rescue. Okay, that's not good because cannot rescue, no reachable, unreserved, non-prisoner bed. So let's make that a medical bed. and then tell them to rescue Redfield. I'm going to need to put Verity on medical status because Redfield is the one that needs the help. Obviously this is going to be tricky because all the medical supplies burnt away. So let's see how this goes. Okay. So Lynx is off gathering some of the healing root, or healing herb, or whatever it is. Put that in there, so hopefully Verity will go and get that and tend to Redfield's wounds. I'm just going to click away these tutorial messages. Mark that gun as allowable so it gets moved out of the way of the bed. We'll put Verity on self-heal. Feeding Redfield there. So I'm going to gather some berries as well because we haven't got any food now. It's all burnt away, so berries are just random spawns in the area. So they'll help sustain us until we can get our food production back up and running. And yep, they've got no beds, so they're just falling asleep on the spot. Just cooking some berries into a meal there. I really need somebody to get cracking with those beds. So yeah, they tidy up. They see a dusting that just generally makes the place a little bit more appealing to them, so they're less inclined to have that stat where they're not comfortable in their surroundings or whatever it was. So you can see that she's quite comfortable now. She's on a 6. Obviously we need to get those beds, so the wood's already in the beds there now. So there we go. So she'll have a room soon. Okay. Well, I think that's an unusual start to this feature. Verity went on a little bit of a psychopathic rampage, being a pyromaniac. We lost all of our food supply, all of our medical supplies, lost all of our beds, and yeah, nothing much else to say really. So we'll save and quit to the menu on that, and we'll come back to it again soon. Okay, I've been Craig. This has been Rimworld playthrough. If you like what you've seen, stay tuned for the next part, and there are plenty of other videos on the Game and Refresh channel there. So like, subscribe, share, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.